Hello, both sides of the conversation family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
Welcome, everybody, to both sides of the conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director, and today is Tuesday, so y'all know what that means. We're going to have another Hidden Gem segment today, and we got some phenomenal gems tonight. But before we get started, all right, I just want to say, because I've been hearing things in the air, and people saying, John, where y'all at? We didn't see y'all on Thursday, Sunday. Y'all know we had a big bowling event, and on our last week, Thursday, we had a couple guests. At the last minute had to cancel, but we still here. We ain't going nowhere, people. We with the people. Y'all know we out here. But it is Tuesday for folks that are just tuning in, watching us for the first time. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m., y'all know we have a segment called Hidden Gems where we highlight our Black and brown businesses, community leaders, and folks in the community that's doing positive things to impact community. This is my favorite show of the week, okay? I love it. All of the week of all of the drama, all the negative stuff, and then you get to hear some phenomenal business owners, some phenomenal folks in the community that are doing amazing, amazing things. So I'm excited today to be back. I know y'all haven't seen the Bishop in a minute, but I'm here, okay? I've been in the community. I've been moving in these streets, okay? I'm out here with the people. Now, my voice is gone because y'all that came to the bowling event know it was epic, just an off-the-hook event. I'm barely speaking today, okay? People are like, what's wrong with your voice? If you didn't make it to the event, you didn't know what happened. But I lost my voice with all my young people in the community. So just excited. Great turnout for the event. But we'll talk more about that. But just want to go ahead and holla at Khalees. Welcome back, Khalees. Pretty Tony is out, y'all. Pretty Tony is getting ready for her amazing, amazing show coming up this week. Y'all make sure y'all get some tickets, buy and support. So she's not going to be here this week, and she's getting ready to rock it. And y'all know we're going to be there to support our co-host. Y'all in the community, go get some tickets, go out and support. It's an amazing play that's going to be taking place. And Pretty Tony, y'all know we love you. We'll see you out there. But Khalees, come holler at the people. This was your first bowling event with us. I know you just had a great time, but holler at the people.
Oh man, that bowling event was record breaking. I mean, it was phenomenal. Everything was so well put together. Everyone collaborated. The community kept thanking us for what a great time. Our sponsors did an amazing job. I mean, I have never seen it shine like it ever shine. I mean, this is my first time being on an event with both sides of the conversation, and the bowling event was outstanding. I'm ready for another one and another one. So I'm just glad to be part of, both sides of the conversation. Looking forward to our next.
Man, we have many more to come. And with that being said, yes, we want to thank our sponsors because none of this happens without you, the community, and our phenomenal sponsors. that believe in the work we do when it comes to impacting Black folks, impacting brown folk, and making sure our babies, because that's what it's really all about. Our babies are blessed in the community. So I want to make sure that we highlight and support and uplift all of our sponsors. Because again, that event wouldn't have took place without the amazing folks who believe in community, believe in Black folks, and always trying to support and uplift our community. When we talk about changing the narrative, man, that's what we did this weekend, changing the narrative with all of our folks. So just want to give a huge shout out to the Dreamkeeper Initiative. Again, none of this happens without our mayor, our phenomenal mayor, London Breed, Shaman Walton, Director Davis for the Human Rights Commission, Dr. Sy, and all of the amazing Dreamkeeper folks. Phenomenal stuff. Also, we got to give a huge shout out to Collective Impact. My guy, Uncle Stank. You know, Uncle Stank always makes sure he support both sides of the conversation, the things that we do. Also want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Silas and to the Homeless Children Network for their amazing support, getting behind us and just making sure that we have what we need. So thank you, Dr. Silas. I know you'll be back soon, but thank you. And thank you to all the ACN folks that always support us. Shout out to all the Human Rights Commission folks that continue to support us and make sure we have everything. Shout out to YCD, my guy DJ. I seen him this weekend. He was like, man, I heard about it. It was phenomenal. So shout out to YCD for always supporting, believing in the work we do. Shout out to B Magic, Mo Magic, to the San Francisco Rebels, to the Bayview YMC, Gigi, my sister. You know I wouldn't let you down. Great event. Thanks to the Baby Y. Again, they always there to leadership at the scene, making sure Black organizations, making sure that our community is impacted. So thank you to the Baby YMCA and Gigi, my sister. You know I love you. Thank you for always supporting. Got to give a huge shout out to Booker T. Washington, Shakira over there, just making sure all of us in the Black community stay lit. Thank you to Booker T. Washington, all of the amazing folks that came out from Booker T and supported this weekend. We love and support all of you. Also want to give you a huge shout out to Cole Tenderloin, Donna. You know Donna, that she just phenomenal. But thank you to Cole Tenderloin, Dale Seymour. Dale Seymour is our 1,000 subscriber winner, so he's getting $250. Dale, shout out to you, Dale, for coming out, and thanks to Cole Tenderloin for making sure and supporting what we do. Also want to give a huge shout out to Westside Community Service, Dr. Marianne Jones. You know I love you. And just happy to be a part of the work that she's doing. When you talk about Black mental health and making sure that Black folks is getting the health, mental health, and all the things that they need, nobody does it better than Westside Community Service. So shout out to you, Dr. Marianne Jones. Thanks for supporting both sides of the conversation and always collaborating with the community. And then lastly, APRI, got to give a huge shout out to my guy, Kurt, Jackie, all of the folks over there continue to make sure that whatever we need, they always there to support us, and we always support them, and that's what's up. And lastly, want to give a huge shout out to our both sides of the conversation team for showing up. None of this happened without them. I keep telling y'all, none of this happened without them. I'm just the face of the organization, but the real work happened by Khalees and Angelique, all the amazing folks on our team. And I know the community was happy to see all of y'all out in public. Pretty Tony, everybody was running up. Pretty Tony, we finally get to see you in public. And it was just great to see everybody out at the event. And again, 500 plus people out at the event. Okay, so when people talk about changing narrative, y'all know that's what we about. Don't tell me Black folks can't come together in a space. We have people from all over the city, okay? And we know there's different issues in our city where people live and turfs and all that. But when they come to my events, they know both sides of the conversation. We don't mess around. So people be talking about Black folks can't be in space. Y'all tell them they just a lie. We had 500 people in there, all right? We had babies, people from everywhere, elders. Nobody, we had no issues, no problem. Everybody had a good time. If you think I'm lying, go back and look on our social media. We haven't even got all of our videos up, but just check out some of the stuff that was going on. We blessed the community and just want to say thank you, community, because none of this happened without you all supporting us and believing in the work that we do and how we impact community. So just want to say thank you to all of you all as well. I hope you all had a good time. I know people are still recovering from the event. All the young people have been sending me pictures. John, I had $500, $600. The kids had all kinds of money. We made it rain on them. And again, we gave out over $20,000 in cash prizes and gifts. It was lit, okay? If you missed it, that's on you. We've been telling y'all, nobody do it like both sides of the conversation. The kids had a blast. Everybody walked away with cash. Our elders walked away, young folks, and our essay winners. Khalees, I can't leave without saying our amazing essay winners. If y'all missed it, we're going to get them to come back on to read their essays. phenomenal young people. When we talk about our young people, Black excellence, we talk about young people in education. These phenomenal young people wrote 500-word essays to talk about gun and violence and how people in the community impact them during this Black History Month. It was very, very powerful. We had the praise dancer. Shout out to Feline Finesse Dance Group. They cut up in there, man. They brought the praise dancing. Them young folks got out there and put on the show for the community. And then thank you to all of the vendors and contractors who supported us. Shout out to our DJ Nas. She cut it up in there, had us going. I mean, it was like a family reunion of Black folks. I had people that came in from out of town, all over, saying, man, I ain't seen this many Black folks in San Francisco in a long time. And we turned up, and it was a great event. Shout out to our youth team for just doing what they do as well. So it was a great event, community. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's what we do here. We impact the people. Y'all know we don't poverty pimp our people. We always take care of our people, and we bless the people this weekend. So thank you all. And I know folks was hitting me like, man, I should have been at your event. Don't worry. We're going to do something bigger, because that's all we do is do it big. So with that being said, I got to go now. We got to jump into today's show. We got some hidden gems here waiting. But before we do that, y'all know we got to get through our community announcements, our events. It's a lot of events. And just shout out to all the amazing organizers all across the Bay Area and beyond. This Black History Month, y'all, has been lit, okay? All across the country. I mean, I've been seeing events going on all over the place, all over San Francisco. I just got to say, Black San Francisco, stand up. The city was lit this weekend. The Bayview Parade was happening. I mean, events all over the city, all in Oakland. People were just showing out, having a good time. It was just great to see Black joy, Black excellence, seeing some amazing folks, okay, just doing their thing and letting them know that, yeah, it is some Black powerful folks here. It is some Black joy happening, and there's some amazing folks that's working together, and we are still pushing through, even though they say that we're not the ones that's making it happen. We are out there doing it. So shout out to all the Black folks out there and our brown community, because, you know, together we make it happen. But nobody do it like we do it, and we just excited about that. So with that being said, some of the news that's going on: former President Jimmy Carter entered hospice care. On Saturday, the president entered a home for hospice, a charity created by the 98-year-old former president, said on Twitter, a series of short hospital stays, and they decided to keep him in the hospital remaining. So, you know, continue to pray for Jimmy Carter, okay? Say no to drugs, all right? Jimmy Carter and the family, we're going to keep uplifting them. Also, Representative in the news, Barbara Lee enters the race for the Senator Feinstein seat. The East Bay Congresswoman is officially entered the race to replace Senator Dianne Feinstein. She tweeted that out and let everybody know. Again, I'm all for it, Senator Lee, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Democratic Party got to do a better job of passing the torch. We need some young energy up in there, okay? We need some young folks up in there. But nice to see, Barbara Lee going after that seat. But again, I would like to see the party go and get some young folks to really energize this party and bring something new. Because it is real. Also, I know people around the Bay Area, y'all been feeling the wind. It has been cold and windy. If y'all don't know, there's another storm coming in the Bay Area. It's supposed to last through probably Sunday. They're saying we're going to be getting some of the coldest days that we've had all winter here in San Francisco in the Bay Area. And they said tonight's supposed to be in the low 30s, 48. The wind has been whipping. They had more trees down today than we had all winter storm in San Francisco. Trees been falling everywhere. Please be safe out there. Make sure if you do have medication, you have a backup plan. A lot of people are out of power right now. I think PG&E just put out 100,000 homes or PG&E customers have been impacted with no lights, power, and things of that nature. Community, check on your elders, your loved ones. Make sure that they're okay out there. This wind is whipping down, and I see poles down everywhere. So people are out of power. Check on your loved ones. And make sure that they're doing well. And then all of you who have pets, please bring your pets in the house, as we're going to have some freezing conditions out there. Please don't leave your pets outside. Bring them in as this cold weather is coming through. It's supposed to rain Thursday through the weekend. So make sure y'all get your umbrellas. Make sure you got your sandbags. Get ready. Y'all know this last storm knocked us around a little bit. So we got a little time to get ready. Now it's coming again. Everybody should be ready with their sandbags. Please look at your local city websites. There's a number of spots that they have for the emergency management where you can get sandbags, lights, different things of that nature. But please stay connected as this storm is coming through. Also, KPX is doing a special Black in the Bay presentation is going to air Thursday at 4 p.m. on KPX to honor Black history makers and trailblazers from around the Bay. Please check out and support that. I think that is something that's very important, that we continue to uplift what we do here in the Bay Area. Y'all know here in Cali, we change everything, especially here in the Bay Area. And a lot of times we don't get the recognition for the work. But again, it is happening. So community, get out there and get ready. And again, stay powerful, people. All right, Khalees, jump into the community events so we can get these phenomenal hidden gems up here.
Absolutely, John. Bayview residents, don't get dismissed. Lawsuit clients, last notice. Bonner & Bonner Law. Book an appointment and complete your fact sheet. You can text or voicemail at 415-236-0533. Also, there was a historic day for Californians with old conviction records. Time Done is a program for Alliance for Safety and Justice. For more information, we have the link there, https://timedone.org. Get your conviction record cleaned off, which leads us into Clean Slate Initiative. It's a public defender's office can help you clean up your criminal record. Contact sfpublicdefender.org. Celebrate Black History Month with MOAD, sensational series, and don't miss any of these events. The month of February, registration, more information, we'll have the link for you below. AARP Foundation, get your taxes done for free. February 1st through April 15th, in-person tax aid at San Francisco, 3 locations. You can download your pre-appointment packet at https://sftaxaid.org. We'll have the link to follow. In-person legal cafe for small business owners, February 22nd. Noon to 1:45 p.m. That's at 9400 C International Boulevard, Better Neighborhood, Same Neighbors Resource Center. The host is Sustainable Economies Law Center. Career and Hiring event, that's February 23rd, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's at the CASC Reentry Center. That's at 564 6th Street in San Francisco. You can register through Calendly, and we'll have the link to follow. We the Future Art Installation and Creative Symposium, February 23rd, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's at 2223 Telegraph Avenue in downtown Oakland. Free tickets is at eventbrite.com. The official Black Joy Parade kickoff party. There's drink specials and the kitchen will be open late. It'll be DJ Sharp on the music. February 23rd, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's at Mimosa 2 at 3320 Grand Avenue in Oakland. Tickets is at eventbrite.com. Transversing Worlds, Our Lives in the Absence of Justice. Reparations panel, art exhibitions, fashion show, February 24th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's at Bayview Opera House. It's a free public event, so there's no need to be sitting around. There are so many events going on for Black History Month. The Black Joy and Wellness Night Market. This is happening on February 24th at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., featuring Oakland's finest merchants, chefs, performers, and healers. The tickets are free. Go to eventbrite.com. The Queer Cinema Pop-Up. Short films and photo exhibits that amplify Black queer joy in all films. That's on February 24th, 6 p.m. to midnight. We will have the link to follow for the tickets. The 3rd Annual Black Centric Showcase, February 25th, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's at the Odell Johnson Theater, 900 Fallon Street in Oakland. It's hosted by Big Twice. The Black History Celebration, CoBiz Richmond 2023. Learn, celebrate, dance, eat, drink, and shop. That's February 25th, 11:30 a.m. through 3:30 p.m. That's at 1503 McDonald Avenue, Suite A in Richmond. To get those tickets, eventbrite.com. The 2nd Annual District 10 Visitation Valley. That's Black History Month and Lunar New Year celebration. That's February 25th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's a children's play garden at 170 Teddy Avenue. So what's cooking on Sam Jordan's Way? That's a Bayview food affair. February 25th 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Gavaz Street between 3rd and Phelps Street. The official Black pre-party at Torch Oakland Rooftop Lounge, superstar DJ Daggy and young Ella Baker. That's February 25th, 9 p.m. and also February 26th to midnight. 1630 San Pablo Avenue in Oakland. Tickets are $25. Eventbrite.com. The African American Arts and Culture District, Black Resilience. That's on February 25th. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the gala is at 6 p.m. The tickets are at eventbrite.com. Black Vines, a toast to Black wineries and diverse art festivals. Bridge Yard, 210 Burma Road in Oakland. That's at February 25th, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. We'll have a link to follow for those tickets. Fillmore's having a 1970s fashion show that's held on February 26th, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Honey Art Studio at 1981 Sutter Street in San Francisco. You can access information regarding tickets at eventbrite.com. Doodah Activities present Black History Celebration. There'll be food, entertainment, history, resources, and a special guest panel. That's held on February 26th, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at 45 Conklin Street at Thurgood Marshall High School. The 6th Annual Black Joy Parade will be on February 26th, 12:30 p.m., 14th Street and Franklin Street in Oakland. The tickets are free, eventbrite.com. The Black Joy also having an after party. The Black Joy Parade is having an after party, y'all. February 26th, 7 p.m. at the Crybaby. That is at 1982 Telegraph Avenue. Tickets are $20 and we'll have the link to follow. Thurgood Marshall Black History Month hike. 2-mile hike with views of Mount Diablo. And I'm not sure if you've been up there, that is an amazing view. You can see all the way to Yosemite back towards the Bay Area. It is huge, beautiful, and it's a 2-mile hike. So get your shoes ready. That's held from February 26th for all ages. Thurgood Marshall, which is in Concord, south of Bailey Road. For more information, you can call 510-544-2750. The First Unitarian Universalist Society of San Francisco has a scholarship. The scholarship years for 2023 to 2024 ranging from $1,500 to $2,500. The deadline is March 1st. So we'll have the link to follow regarding those scholarships. And the understanding going into school, you'll need all the money that you can get. Bayview Senior Services presents Black Cuisine Family Reunion. That's held March 3rd and 4th. Friday is the pre-order online, which you would go to blackcuisine.square.site. And Saturday, the tickets are $35 for food and entertainment. You would call 415-822-1444 for more information. Also, Bayview Senior Services are presenting their 43rd Black Cuisine Family Reunion. That's George W. Davis Senior Center at 1753 Carroll Avenue in San Francisco. Again, you can call 415-822-1444. Black Men in White Coats Youth Summit. That's happening on April 1st, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's at Merritt College at 12500 Campus Drive in Oakland. Registration is open. Look at eventbrite.com for those tickets. The Angela Davis Seize the Time exhibit. That's going on now through June 11th. There will be a link to follow for the tickets of that. And we also have ongoing events. Tools of the Trade, Shakespeare to Change. There's a workshop of verse, lyricism, and more. That happens on Mondays, 5 to 7 p.m. March 6th through May 19th at the Bayview Opera House, 4705 3rd Street in San Francisco. Join the African American Initiative. Increase awareness of mental health. Silicon Valley Community Foundation at 1300 South El Camino Real, San Mateo. That's at 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And for more information, aacliniciative@gmail.com. We'll have that link for you to follow. The Strutters Room has a free dance workshop. This is happening at the Bayview Opera House at 4705 3rd Street in San Francisco. This is on Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's happening now through June 18th. For more information, you could go to www.thestruttersroom.com. From the Heart Organic Produce Food Pantry. From the Heart U Team will be doing door knocking to sign up residents Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Thursdays 1 to 5, you can pick up food baskets at 5 Corner Court. Launch your business, grow your business. Business support services for small businesses, entrepreneurs. The email is bayview@rencenter.org. That's bayview@rencenter.org. Also, there's youth workshops. There's job referrals, resume building, skill building, professional networking. To schedule an appointment, you would go to star.aprisf@gmail.com. UBU into You Leadership Institute Spring 2023 Common Read. Support the mission of Brotherhood of Elders Network in the Ubuntu Leadership Institute. For more information, we'll have a link to follow. 3rd Street Youth Center and Clinic College Jump Program. This program offers college readiness and process ages 12 to 24 years old. College Counts program, you can apply now and we will have the link to follow. They still have monkeypox vaccines and different vaccines available every Thursday, 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. at San Francisco Public Health. That's at 701 Alabama Street in San Francisco, California. Peace Parks presents Friday Night Fun every Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hamilton Rec Center. That's at 1600 Geary Boulevard in San Francisco. Lovely Ladies University, there's open enrollment for the ages of 10 to 17. That happens Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's at 1275 Fairfax Avenue in San Francisco. For membership inquiries, you can go to www.ladiesempower.org. Don't forget those Saturdays, because Saturday Family Fun Day is on Saturdays. There's field trips, sporting events, and much, much more. That's every second and fourth Saturday. And for more information, sfrebels1990@gmail.com. Both sides of the conversation, capacity building fundraiser is still going on. So you can go visit GoFundMe page and make a donation. We'll have the link to follow. There are jobs out in the community. So please, please, please apply if you are in need of a job, because the Black Economic Equity Movement, also known as BEEM, has an exciting guaranteed income opportunity for Black young adults. Applications accepted through mid-March, and there will be a link to follow. Are you interested in construction? Receive industry-approved training in OSHA certification. That's February 21st through February 24th at 1301 Evans Street in San Francisco at the Oscar De La Torre Center. You can sign up at the link to follow, which is Eva Hopkins, APRISF@gmail.com. Cal PPH Pathways application is now live. That's the California Public Health Pathways is now recruiting applicants for entry-level job training. There's more information to follow. We have the link for you. San Francisco PUC Youth Job Training Program has a program for youth that are 14 to 21 years old and transitional age 16 to 24 years of age. That's at the Bayview Hill Gardens, room 1075, La Conta Avenue. You can apply now through March 2023, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 6 p.m. You would contact Jason Brown at bayviewci.org, and the link will follow. MOAD has a teen program. Bay Area students grade 10th, 11th, and 12th. Join a 5-week art making summer program. The application deadline is April 17th. You can apply at the link to follow. San Francisco's Children's Council is recruiting a community outreach manager. This job is a full-time salary, $75,000 to $85,000. We'll have the link to follow. UCSF Facility Service also has job opportunities. We'll have the link to follow on that for different lines of services with the University of San Francisco. But also, please keep in mind, both sides of the conversation is still recruiting to join, for youth to join our team. San Francisco youth volunteers are needed. There's a paid stipend. High school or college honor roll students, come and join our team and see all the excitement that we have, especially at the bowling event. I can't talk about this bowling event enough. I mean, how the youth and everyone collaborated on both sides of the conversation, and for the community to give us such praise and feedback. We're here for service. So youth team, apply, come on board and come to both sides of the conversation. We need you. In the Black is also hiring sales associate and assistant manager. That's at sfhdc.org/careers. Children's Council San Francisco is looking to hire health and nutrition specialists. Information and to apply, go through ZipRecruiter and Glassdoor. John, and that is it for those announcements. I tell you, I have had a mouthful today.
Go ahead and get you some water, okay? Now y'all get to see what the bishop go through every week. But community, stay patient. It is important that we get this information out. And again, I know it is in depth and detail, but we also want to respect our people in our disabled community who also like to hear it. And that's why we read through everything. We always uplift and support our folks with disabilities. Again, a number of folks have reached out and said, hey, can you have them speak it out? Because I need to be able to hear it. So some people can't see different things. So we have to do that. I know it takes a lot of time to get started, but community is important. There's no excuses. Parents out there, there's a number of jobs and opportunities for our young folks. Don't let the summer come around without giving them an opportunity. If you are looking for a job, we know that the unemployment rate is increasing. There's some opportunities out there. Do your part and check out what's going on. And all these announcements for families, folks who are having financial issues, discretionary funds are getting tight. Go to a lot of these events. Most of these events are free events. Just go sign up for the Eventbrite and sign up and get in. Our event was free. A number of events are going on for the rest of this year that are free to impact Black folks in our city. So again, I don't want to hear excuses, okay? I just don't know. Ladies, fellas, take the ladies out. Take them in the community, okay? You don't need a lot of money to go on a date. There's some phenomenal events that you could go take somebody out and have a good time. And if that's not even it, take your kids out. There's a number of things for our youth. Make sure they're involved. Also, at both sides of the conversation, we are still looking for volunteers to help support out. If that is you, you have talent, you want to help us, we have some stuff in the back. All these folks walking around with these PhDs and these degrees talking about how much money to make, all that stuff. How you giving back? Come give back and help the folks. We need some support. Again, if this is your first time, follow us. Go on all of our social media handles and check us out. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We all over the place, YouTube. Check us out. Join our Facebook group and page, see what's going on, and come chop it up with the community. Also, our next live show is this Thursday. Y'all won't see me here. I have to have a surgery. I won't be here, but Khalees and them will be holding it down. But this Thursday for our Educational Thursday is called Feminine Wellness. They're going to be talking about that. Latoya Hodges is coming on. Please, ladies, we always uplifting the ladies on this platform, all right? Check out this great educational presentation this Thursday. I won't be here, but the team will be holding it down. And then this Sunday, make sure you tune in. I keep telling the community, our elders, make sure you respect the youth, support the youth. This Sunday is our youth conversation. They're going to be taking over the platform, our youth. They're going to be talking about, are the modern methods of social change working? And they're going to talk about that from our youth standpoint. Again, it's very important, community, that we support our young people and move forward. And one thing before we get this first hidden gem up, because she's been waiting patiently, colleagues, I want to say something to my elders out there. All right. And I said it at the bowling alley, and I'm going to say it again in the community. We are trying to bridge the gap between the elders and the young people in the community. We have brought elders on this very platform, Khalees, and you've heard the elders say, the young people need to respect us. They need to acknowledge us and all of this stuff. It was only one thing that I was very offended by at this bowling event. Okay. I asked all of the elders and the people at the bowling event to just take a second and pause and be quiet and listen to our young essay winners. And believe it or not, all of our elders were still bowling, making noise, not respecting my young people. I said, wait a second. I had to grab the mic. What is going on with my elders? One breath, y'all say the young folks need to respect us. But why y'all can't respect the young people? I'm always going to stand up for my young people because I know how they feel. I work with them. I was very disappointed in my elders, all right? And I'm going to just say it again. Elders, you want the young people to respect you? You want the young people to listen to you. You want the young people to be connected with you. You also have to respect the young people. And what I saw, the level of disrespect while our young people were presenting their essays, that was the only thing at this event that I could say I was very upset about. Elders, do your job in the community. Be a leader. Respect the youth. All right? When they have the stage and the floor, make sure that you respect the youth. All right? That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to have some conversations because I'm tired of the elders in the community always putting everything on our youth. And I'm starting to see it more and more. When we at community events, the elders don't like to pass the mic. They hold up the floor too long. They never pass the torch to the young people. They always blaming the young people. But I'm very, 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 very in tune of what's going on. And I'm paying attention more and more. And I'm going to tell you, elders, do your part. Show your respect to the young people. I'm watching y'all. Y'all are starting to be a little out of hand. And I just had to say that because y'all know I'm fair here. I stick up for my elders and I stick up for my young people. But I've seen this at a number of community events. Elders, be leaders. Demonstrate what's possible in your leadership and show respect to our youth. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it alone at that. All right, colleagues, with that being said, our lovely guests have been waiting patiently. Thank you all for being patient. With that being said, community, we're going to bring up our first hidden gem tonight. Phenomenal queen, Miss Melanie Hobbs. Come up to both sides of the conversation, queen. Welcome to the platform.
Welcome, Melanie. Take your mic off of mute,
unmute
please.
herself.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Mr. John, Miss Khalees. The energy in the room is amazing. I'm so grateful to be here on both sides of the conversation. Grateful for the invite from Miss Requilla. And I wish I was at the bowling event because it sounds like it was lit. Like I said, I'm just grateful to be here. I am here on behalf of Black Education Station. There is a Black Education Station. Black Education Station is a 100% Black family-owned streaming network that offers a safe space for premium educational content. All of our content creators are Black content creators, and all of the programming that is curated for children ages 0 to 10. It's safe, it's G-rated, there are no subliminal ads, there's no subliminal messaging, no ads, and it's, like I said, premium quality content. I have a channel on Black Education Station. It's called Twinkle Tales, where I teach alphabets with puppets, and I'm adding bedtime stories to the platform. We have several children content creators who are doing amazing things with Black Education Station. Our goal is to get the word out and spread awareness that there is a Black Education Station so that every household can have it. We are found on every streaming platform that you can find, Netflix or YouTube. It is a subscription-based service, and every household, every school district needs Black Education Station as a part of their program. I have a trailer that I would like to share with you all for your audience. And if we can go ahead and play the trailer for Black Education Station so you can get a little bit more information about it.
Definitely go ahead and pull it up.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. Thank you for being patient. Is everybody good? Can you see the Black Education Station?
Yes, it's up.
Awesome.
It's very important for us to be able to take control of what we're allowing our children to learn, what's being fed to them. And so this platform gives us the opportunity to educate our children holistically, to get back to the creative roots in education and not just the route education where we're training them to take a test, a standardized test that we have no idea whose standards we're teaching them. Our education system was based upon the Prussian education system, which basically was just designed to create slaves, to create people who don't know how to think for themselves. So if you couple that with critical race theory and the fact that there are certain things that the powers that be don't want our children to know and to learn, it is crucial for us to step up and to step in so that we can ensure that our children are getting the education that they need. It's going to blow up. It's going to be phenomenal. And I just can't wait to see what is in store. This right here is major. It is glorious. And I am so honored to be a part of it.
Wow, that's very powerful stuff there.
Definitely.
Thank you all so much. Yes, so like I said, Black Education Station is safe, quality content for Black families, Black children, Black educational systems, and schools, and it offers a holistic approach to education. So, and as an ambassador for Black Education Station, I am grateful to be able to introduce it to you on both sides of the conversation.
Man, definitely. This is the place you want to do it because we have a lot of Black providers, child care providers. We have a lot of Black educators who are always watching and tuning in. But I just want to jump in there because I got a lot of conversations, you know, when you talk about the educational system for Black folks. And I'm happy you here because I always like to ask my educators these important questions because we know systemically the school system has failed Black students. Black folks are not showing up to the school boards. Black folks are not advocating for our young people. And we know there's a change that's needed. And maybe this is it. Maybe we need this Black educational channel to get all into our families and schools and this curriculum because the systemic racism in curriculum is just out of control in this country. And I've been asking our educators on this platform, is it time for us to go back to all Black schools? And I know people cringe and go, John, no, we fought so hard to not be like that. And I'm just saying, when is enough's enough? When do we stop complaining about how the system failed our children? If we are the very adults, the very responsible parents of our youth, when do we say enough's enough? That's what I want to know because it's like, where are we going? I mean, I got a 6-year-old granddaughter, and I'm like, she's advanced. The stuff they teach in the school, she just like, Papa, this is easy, right? How do we really advance our young people? And maybe this is the way, I'm not sure, but how do we get Black information to our young people and to the curriculum of the schools? Because our families are struggling to show up to advocate for our young people.
I think those are great questions, and I think absolutely that representation matters when it pertains to Black students or Black children. Being able to see themselves in media, ownership matters. Being able to see themselves in media in a positive, impactful way. And I think for every school system, before you choose to show a video on YouTube, you should have an opportunity to stream quality premium content from Black Education Station as a resource. This is a resource that you can implement into every classroom and every school. So, yeah.
So, go ahead, Callis. Go ahead, Callis.
So, Melanie, I see that you are the founder of the Kinder Patch Learning Academy that's more geared towards the preschool age. So tell me about that. Why did you choose the preschool age, or rather, if it chose you, what was the reasoning behind that particular age group?
Well, the preschool age chose me. That age group has always been my niche. I am a mother of a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old now, and an 11-year-old. But I still have a passion for primary education because I know how important it is to build a foundational awareness with children in that age group. And so with the Kinderpatch Learning Academy, I'm offering a holistic approach to education, a play-based learning style curriculum for education, where children are able to have a guided but student-led approach to learning so that they can build cognitive, social, emotional skills and feel like they can connect to their classroom. So it's more of a play-based learning approach. This is a new approach for us with the Kinderpatch Learning Academy. I started out as a virtual learning academy for 2 years through the pandemic. So, and even my students at the Kinderpatch Learning Academy have watched and participated in Black Education Station as well. So even as an educator, from my perspective, it's amazing to have a resource of this nature and caliber for students on a daily basis in the classroom. Because we know children are on the internet, you know, and it's better for them to be engaged, if they are going to be on the internet, in content that is going to empower them, that's going to affirm them, that's going to encourage them and build them up and show them that as a child, you can be a content creator. I mean, you have an entire network that is created for you, created for us, created to showcase their skills outside of dancing and things like that, you know, but giving them an opportunity to build at a primary level all the way up to, and you could have seen you saw some of the content creators, even high school, you know, and so it gives Black children and families a platform where our voices and our faces can be shown in a positive, like I said, empowering, safe, educational way.
So with your direction and everything that you believe in as far as the holistic education approach, would you say that parents in today's school system, public school system, have a great responsibility to fill the gaps and where their children are falling short in learning and being at that level?
I think that every school system should have an opportunity for children to have practice mindfulness in school. I think every school system should have an opportunity for children to be in charge of their learning, have an opportunity to be creative, not so much children are creative. And so I feel that in public schools right now, children, as you get older, we know that younger education, you know, children have an opportunity to be creative, but as they move and transition into middle schools and high school, they do, like, they're being taught to test. They're being taught, they have more of a structured way of learning, and children need to be able to explore their creativity and connect with the world around them in their education.
Wow, I think that's very powerful stuff. I mean, I guess for me, the biggest question is, for this type of programming, is there a cost? Is it available to all people? I mean, I know you're on YouTube and different things of that nature, but is there a cost for the education if someone wanted to get involved, or is it free? Or give me some feedback on what this looks like for our communities.
So Black Education Station is a subscription-based service. And right now, for all educators, there is, if you subscribe, you're able to get a free month of subscription for the Black Education Station. And so that way our educators can have an opportunity to get acquainted with the platform, and get connected with the platform so that they can subscribe and add it into their toolbox, into their resources. So if you go to the website, www.blackeducationstation.com. You can subscribe there. You can sponsor a subscription and gift it to children. Like you said, you have a granddaughter, a grandson, a grandchild, which was shocking. But yes, so even you can sponsor a subscription for children that you have in your life.
Yeah, I just think it's very important to know, those type of things. And then, it's great that you're on here because as we advocate for our children in education and when we advocate, um, for that change, that culture competent folks, I hear everybody, that's the new thing. We need culture competent people. I'm on these calls when we talking about Black folks in education. But my thing is this, because I live in an area, and here in San Francisco, there's 6% Black folks in the city. All right. There's not a lot of Black teachers that look like us. So, maybe this is a new way that we advocate and say, hey, school district, since y'all can't hire Black teachers and bring them to San Francisco because the cost of living is so high, maybe this is part of y'all budget. Maybe y'all have to go to Black Education Station and make all of our teachers that work with Black babies equipped with this. I mean, I'm always thinking about intentional ways that we could bring Blackness into our schools. I know across the country in Florida, they're removing Black literature, Black history books. And I mean, when do we say enough's enough? And I think this is the real intentional conversation. And we're going to bring on a bunch of Black educators as we get close to ending the school year, because a lot of conversations we've had over the last several months, we have some educators that want to come back on and have some serious conversation about the future of Black teachers, Black education, and what does that look like? I know in the South, they get a little bit more of us because of where we located. But when you start branching out here in the Bay Area, California, you start getting into some of these areas, it's not a lot of Black folks. And, a lot of folks are going to the South, but in the South, in these states, Texas and Florida, and some of these states that are red, they are removing the very historic information that young Black kids need. But I'm also in the point of we need to change some of this Black education. I mean, it is sad that every time Black History Month rolls around, all we hear about is Dr. Martin King and Malcolm X and things of that nature. And I'm really looking for a change. I'm like, we gotta become more innovative and make educational systems better and make education fun. When I talk to young people, excuse me, I work with a lot of young people in the juvenile halls, and it's like I'm trying to find out when I talk to them, why are y'all not going to school? Why y'all cutting class? Education is boring in this country to young people.
Right.
And I think we have some of the right Black educators who could bring the information and knowledge to our young babies and make them engage. But it's how do we bring that to the masses? You go around and you see these Black educators who are being highlighted and going viral of, making rap music to do their mathematics and doing different arts and different things to engage our kids. And we always say that Black kids are different, Black minds are different. How do we pull that out of our kids? But again, how do we leverage our very school districts that do everything in their will to make sure that we don't have Black educators? We can't get Black teachers, Black professors to come in these areas because of the cost of living. How do we intentionally put those type of things in play where we can advocate it? And that could be part of the equity, because, that's a big buzzword around this country: equity, inclusion, diversity. How do we hold these people accountable and say, hey, you want equity? You have to bring these type of Black platforms to our schools for our babies. Since y'all talking about equity, since y'all can't hire, because that's the biggest excuse in San Francisco. Well, we can't get Black professors and teachers to come to San Francisco because the cost of living is so high. Well, here it is. San Francisco School Board. Here you go. Reach out. Get the Black Education Station. Make sure that Black teachers are equipped to talk with our young babies in the community. There you go.
And we need more people who are ambassadors for the Black Education Station, like what you all are doing now. We need more people who are, and you. There is an opportunity for you to become a Black Education Station ambassador, and also there's an opportunity for you to become a Black Education Station content creator. And it starts at the top. It starts having the conversations with the people who are making the decisions and saying this isn't working, and so it's time to introduce the way, right? And the way is for us to have ownership, have control over what our children are, how our children are being represented, and what they are seeing in the classrooms, and giving them more of an option to see not just the Black history that's being taught in their textbooks, but extending beyond Black history that's being taught in textbooks.
I think that's very powerful. I think that's what needs to happen. I think all the historic stuff we see in our schools are just it's no grace for Black folks, and it's very sad to me. And I'm like, we have some phenomenal Black folks across this country. This month, just right here in this very San Francisco, I've seen so much Black excellence, from art to education to just theater. So don't tell me that Black folks aren't learning and growing. But again, how do we change the narrative? And changing the narrative means we have to be innovative, and then we also have to hold our fathers and mothers and people that's responsible for our young people accountable. And I know it's a challenge because we have so many single family homes. Folks are working 2 jobs right now. The cost of living is out of the roof. But these are the tactics to keep Black folks behind. We can't show up to the board meetings. I'm advocating, I'm fighting. I know a couple of these folks are watching, all right, because I'm always talking about this. We got to make things a little bit more accessible for our families, especially in our Black community. And again, we have technology, we have access. We learned some things during the pandemic of how we can use the social media and use technology to advance education. But again, how do we equip our community? How do we engage? And then the question is to our Black folks, do we really love our babies? Because I keep hearing about the village. Oh, the village, the village. I don't know where the village is. And I'm still calling out the village because everybody's saying, where is the village? Oh, the village is going to help raise the kids. I'm looking at these young babies, okay? I'm in these meetings. I'm listening to the school boards. Black children in America is behind. 12th graders are reading at 5th grade levels. This is not a secret. It's all there. The statistics are showing our young babies, when it comes from the educational standpoint, they are not thriving. But we know as a culture of people how to maneuver in this system, in this country. We're selling at the highest levels. But when it comes to the proficiency of education, our Black children are not at the top of the list. And we just have to be honest about it. So again, community, how do we come together and make sure that we are advocating and fighting for the education of our young children? And maybe this is the way. Maybe it's the Black Education Station. I seen somebody in the comments saying they're trying to remove Black textbooks right here in San Ramon, California. There is an attack on our Black children. Again, community, when do we stand up? Parents, when do we say enough's enough? Our Black children need us fighting and advocating for them. If we can't get the results we want, when do we say it is time to bring back our all Black schools? It is time to bring back the traditional stuff that we need to excel. That's where I'm at with it. Community, I don't know where you at with it. Are y'all ready to march for our babies? Are you ready to stand up for the very young children that we say we love so much? Or are we comfortable with just sending our kids to school for childcare purposes, to get a break? Because I hear a lot of that. Community, we got some work to do. Miss Melody, I'm liking what you're doing. You got something sparked in me now. Now the next board meeting, I'm going to go off and say, we need Black Education TV.
Black Education Station, yes.
We have to advocate for it. I'm definitely going to check it out. And, one thing about this segment here at Hidden Gems, we always support our guests. We don't just ask you to come on and tell the people how great you are. We support it. So with that being said, both sides of the conversation, we're going to buy some subscriptions and we're going to give it to some Black families here in the Bay Area. Yay. So community, get ready. We're going to buy some subscriptions. We're going to give them out to some of the people so that we can see what this is all about. We're going to test it. I'm going to buy my grandbaby one. I want to see what it's all about.
Thank you. Yes.
So, Khalid, before we let her go, is there anything else you want to say?
Yes, this has been great. I have never seen anything like this before, and just watching the show, the snippet that you shared with us, the age groups and everything, to have the children engage and interacting was just, it gave me chills. And so I applaud everything that you're doing, and I just can't wait to see more of you.
Thank you all so much. Yes, this was an incredible opportunity, and I'm just grateful to be a part as an ambassador for Black Education Station. And it's the first of its kind, the only of its kind. It's, I mean, I hate to say Black history in the making, but it absolutely is. And I'm grateful to just be a part of the whole process.
Wow, very phenomenal stuff. But before we let you go, is there any shout outs? Anybody you want to thank, people that's been working with you, supporting you? This is the opportunity. You are here. Uplift them and let them know that you appreciate them. This is your time to give them roses as we highlight you on this Hidden Gem segment.
Yes, thank you to the Black Education Station for giving me an opportunity to be an ambassador for the Black Education Station. Thank you to Ms. Requilla, who invited me onto both sides of the conversation. Thank you to everyone who has been instrumental in helping Ms. Candace Avery, Mr. Hotep. I attended an event today at the Black Child Development Institute and met some incredible people, made some incredible connections. And thank you to both sides of the conversation. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to my Kinder Patch parents. And just everybody who's subscribe to the Black Education Station, everybody who's intentional about getting their children in front of this movement. And you know, so, and thank you to Miss Angelique for the green room. So yeah, so there's so many other incredible hidden gems that I'll be sharing with you all to bring on to both sides of the conversation as well. So thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much, Queen. We appreciate your advocacy for our young people in education. Glad to have you here. Yes, please network, sending those hidden gems. That's our job as well, is to help connect our communities across this country to make sure our Black people know where the people at that are doing positive things to impact our community as well as their businesses. Community, go out there and subscribe. You say you love your Black babies, go subscribe to this station. Get some education for your babies. Don't just walk around with the Gucci bags and the red bottoms and the Herman bag. Invest in our babies. All right, go out there and spend some of the money with the babies. This is great. And I'm just glad you are here today because this is Black History Month. And we are always uplifting Black excellence, Black education, Black advancement. We are dreaming forward with the joy, the excellence of Black people. So thank you, Queen. You are no longer a hidden gem anymore. People are going to be coming all around. We all over the place. Who was that lady? I heard her say something. Somebody grandmother is going to be calling me tomorrow saying, where can I find it? Go back to our YouTube if you missed it. Find out what's going on. But please go to Black Education Station. Check them out. Go to the website. Be a part of the change. She is doing something that is going to elevate our community. We're trying to be innovative in 2023. We are not being stuck in the old ways that we've been upbringing our young people. We're trying something new. Today is the day. Community. Go to Black Education Station and learn something for the babies. With that being said, thank you, Queen, for being here.
Thank you.
Any other hidden gem you have, make sure you share them with us in our community so that we can make sure our people, this is our station, this is our platform for the voices of the people, and we will change the narrative. Thank you for being here tonight, Queen. And we will see you. And I will personally get some subscriptions and we'll get them out to some of the community folks. We have a great connection with our African American Parent Council here in San Francisco. And I'm going to buy a couple and I'm going to say to them, hey, I got something I want y'all to share to some of y'all families. And I'll make sure that we get some and get them to them. And we'll see how it all works out.
Thank you so much. Incredible opportunity. Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate you, Melanie.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed evening, and we'll see you around because I'll be tuning in. I just subscribed. You'll see both sides.
Thank you. Thank you to your audience.
Uplift you.
So
Black Education Station community. Go check them out.
Yes.
All right, Queen. Have a good evening, and we'll be reaching out. You'll be hearing from us soon.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, community, there you have it. If you need some education, don't be talking about you don't know where to go. There you have it. With that being said, we're going to bring up our other hidden gem tonight. This brother is here tonight. We're going to learn a little bit about him tonight. Community, it's always great to have the kings in the building because I know black folks during Black History Month is always asking me, John, where are the brothers at? Where are the kings at? We see all the queens on your platform. Where's the kings tonight? We got a brother coming up here. Go holler at the people. Brother AC Matthews, welcome to both sides of the conversation, king. And I see you with the baby back there. See, they be trying to say black man are with the babies. I saw you with the baby back there. How you doing tonight, king?
Man, trying to actually live, you know what I mean? Life, instead of just being here, Got to kind of stand up straight after that that introduction, you know what I mean?
Man, that's what's going on.
Yeah, but thanks for having me, John. I seen your event this past week, man. Was wishing I was there, man. I see you making it rain.
Gotta bless the people, man.
Yeah, man. Most definitely. That was nice, bro. I like that.
Man,
I want to do a little more of that, man. If moving forward, you know what I mean?
No, definitely, king. But go ahead, brother, and let the community know who you are, what you doing, and all the great stuff, brother.
Well, my name is AC Matthews, CEO, president of Matthews General Engineering Construction. I'm a construction company out of, we located right now in the Valley, but I'll be making my way out to San Francisco next and then Sacramento. And that's my plan for the next 3 years. I'm a general contractor with a General A license and also a C21 building and moving license. And I pretty much got into the industry, trying to fulfill a need. I've been in the industry, an operating engineer for the past 10 years. Well, first and foremost, just let me give all praises to God, man, because, with me, that's who has to lead me. That's who guides me. That's who tells me where to go and what to do and what to say, because I'm not really too much of a talker when it comes to talking outside of my own circle. So, so just thank God for that. But, the reason why I did this, because I seen a lack of opportunity for African Americans in construction. So I'm here to promote the construction trade. I seen you talking a little earlier about the programs they have to get people into the construction trades. And, with that, I'm trying to actually build a home for people where our Black people can come, because I'm trying to change the aesthetics of these sites. I've been in the 10 years. I've watched, I've been on sites with, 30, 40 white people, Mexicans, and no Blacks, and, I've always felt like the lone outcast. I ain't had nobody to talk to, or, I'm skinning and gritting with, maybe a Latino brother or, another one of our white brothers, but, no one such as myself that I can relate to on them sites. And then I'm thinking about I'm making good money. These are good jobs. These like $100,000 a year jobs, and actually this side of the conversation is sort of the new hustle from where we came from. So a lot of us, I'm trying to bring a lot of us to this conversation and keep us here, because they're not, they came and gentrified our neighborhoods, as you know, and they gave people construction jobs, 14 to 18 years ago, but construction been going on for the last 1,000 years, you know what I mean? And, actually we were a part of it in the beginning, but they kind of played us up out of our positions. So I'm trying to be one of the trailblazers to bring that back for us in our community. And like I said, bring a home for us so we won't be, of course we got to be subordinate. I'm trying to teach us, we got to know subordinacy, of course. But, at the same time, it's easier to be subordinate to someone than besides being subordinate to someone that can't even speak your language, and looking to get you off the site and bring someone else on the site, you know what I mean? Because I would rather work with you, John, than work with someone else, you know what I mean? If I had the option, I can work with anybody, but if I had a choice, who you think I'm gonna choose first? And that's some of the things that us African Americans is going through on the site, you know what I mean? We're just being tolerated, you know what I mean? Not really celebrated on the site, it's just tolerated, so I'm sort of like doing my Suge Knight thing in general contracting. You want a home, come over to Matthews GEC, you know what I mean? If they're not giving you a chance to operate or giving you a chance to advance, because, I sat on the site I went to school to get my degree in order to be just to be a foreman or a superintendent or something, but I never got the opportunity. And they would have kept me in that place as a, I'm operating engineers, shout out to the operating engineers. They gave me this opportunity. But at the same time, it's union. They just want you to go in there and, and do your job. They're not looking to, far as, you to be a foreman and nothing like that or a superintendent, because they want to keep you on that machine. You keep getting them fringe benefits, which is okay. But, me, I have a bigger responsibility to our people, not just because I was a part of this and and I made it out, but I know for sure I could go back and bring a lot of other people out with me. You know what I mean? So, through my experiences and everything in this industry, and led me to where I'm at now, of becoming competent so I can be that individual to train our folks in everything that I know, as far as engineering, contracting, just able to last on these construction sites and just in this other side, in this other world, this middle class life, period, So that's pretty much where I'm at. That's my mission. And, I don't feel like I'm ready yet, but I am a hidden gem. But I'm not ready yet because I'm still sitting here trying to get my first contract. You know what I mean? I just started. I'm fresh.
Listen, brother, I got to jump in there because see, you got the fire in me bubbling right now. See, when we talk about changing the narrative, you're doing that. You are a hidden gem. See, I know where you come from.
Yeah.
See, you come from the same club that I come from in Hunters Point.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I'm in the construction chain, so I understand.
Yes.
And it's great that you are here and you are leading the way of making this change because, again, Black folks, we just talked about it with the sister on here. We are at the bottom of the list everywhere.
Yes.
We need some courageous Black men and Black women to step out of their comfort zone to open up the door for other Black folks.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're dealing with the young urban kids of our cities and throughout this country, we have to also understand as Black parents, Black leaders, every kid ain't going to college.
Right. Right.
But it's great that you here so you could talk to them about the great salaries that they can make as an operating engineer or in the construction trade.
Yes.
And we also in this country, in our Black community, we need to start telling our young folks, even if you don't go to college, we're going to celebrate you the same if you go to trade school.
Right.
Because it is a great job. Yes. It is great money being a plumber, electrician, a roofer.
Come on, man.
There's some money there.
Man.
We got to uplift our kids. Too many times in the Black community, all we do is shun on people if they didn't go get a 4-year degree. Oh, you didn't get a 4-year degree, or you didn't get a master's degree.
Right.
So what? Everybody ain't. Listen, I went through the trade. I'm a proud Local 38 member.
Right.
Okay, I do heating and air conditioning. I know this trade has done nothing but brought blessings to me and my family. I tell all the young people that I work with in juvenile, go get a trade. Go learn something else.
Yes.
You can make over 6 figures in construction faster than a lot of these people that go to school for 8 to 10 years.
Yes.
Without the debt. See, that's what they don't tell you. Without the debt.
Yes.
And you can get paid on the job training while you're working through the apprenticeship.
Right.
But again, you said something else that's powerful. All of our unions out there, what are you doing to bring equity to the Black community?
Right.
Are y'all opening the door so that Black folks can get in the unions?
Right.
Some of them are.
Right.
Some of them are not. Elevator union.
Mm-hmm.
Where y'all at?
Yes.
Local whore.
Yes.
Where y'all at? Are y'all opening the door bringing equity to the Black folks? Okay.
Yes.
Now that's a hidden trade that a lot of Black folks don't know about. Let me tell you right now, elevator union. Those elevator mechanics that y'all take up elevators, those folks who work on them, those brothers is making about $175,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. These are the secrets that they don't always tell our Black folk. No. Brother Matthews, tell me how much money in construction is it? You said it's how many $1 trillion?
Well, construction is $1 trillion. It's $950 billion spent in construction last year. As far as African Americans, we're only like I say 6 to 12%. I mean, we're only 6%, 6 to 8%. Altogether, everybody is only like 12% with African Americans and others. You know what I mean? But, this has been a mainly, white, Caucasian industry, pretty much, and me as a contractor, I'm probably like 0.1%. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of contractors in my position that has, I have a general A license. I don't have really the sub license, so I can actually get the contracts. And I did that, for the simple fact of, I've been led. Everything I'm doing, I've been led to do. You know what I mean? I did that so I can sit at the table with the prime contractors, and I ain't got to take the scraps. I can actually competitively bid with them. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty much right now just building my team and trying to go from there. But like I said, I'm promoting the trades because actually the trade is what's paying for my degree. This trade is paying for my school degree. My degree, I went and got, like I said, a construction management degree, and I couldn't find no job in construction management. Not, especially with me being, I got a record, you know what I mean? And, it ain't, these people not really clawing for us, not unless you coming up in their system. I'm kind of like I was an old operator, but I'm a young contractor. You know what I mean? So they wasn't really looking to bring me up in their system and nothing like that, or teach me actually what I needed to know. Because I went through all this stuff 10 years and I didn't even know how to read blueprints. I had to teach myself this stuff in order to pass this test. You know what I mean? So I had to go back to my union and I put it on them. How is it? It's 10 years and I don't even know how to read blueprints. Something's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm somebody that's willing to go up in any system, but y'all keeping me in the same place. Ain't nobody really looking to pluck me. And that's when I realized, actually I went through something on the site where after the George Floyd thing where somebody wrote "nigga die" on the site on me. And right then I knew I had to, when I talked to the owner and we had a conversation and he continuously tried to equate to our experience, instead of really take me up on my offer to change the aesthetics of his site in his boardroom. I realized then that really they're not going to help us. Sort of like the young lady said that was on before you, we got to help ourselves. You know what I mean? As far as education, as far as teaching people about the trade, as far as like me and you went up to juvenile hall to talk to the youngsters, which you may do more of, but I felt compelled to do that. Not just because I've been having to come see Jack. That was me and Jack reunion after 36 years. You know what I mean? But because I feel like I can teach the youngsters something. You know what I mean? Because like they was asking, how did we get to where we's at? They looking at us. And we was there before, you know what I mean? Looking at people leave out of them, hoping we can grab onto the coattail and leave with them. You know what I mean? So we can speak to them from this level. Bye. Go. We can speak to them from the level we own. So you know what I mean? That's where I'm coming back into the game. Into the I'm putting myself out there. For that reason alone. But I'm just kind of like drawing back now because I got to get to a contract. You know what I mean? Because I was a youngster out there as well. And I took advantage of the Mayor Feinstein program in '89 when she suppressed the violence in San Francisco. And what they did was they gave out jobs, man. You got to have something for these youngsters, man. You can't just be talking in circles with these youngsters. They need something. You got to have something to offer. You know what I mean? More than just lip service. You know what I mean? You got to be able to bring them to the bowling alley and make it rain or something. You know what I mean? You know what it takes, man, because we are the same kind. Like you say, we come from the same cloth. So you know what it takes, man, to get these youngsters, and I know what it takes. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna have to be us doing more of what it takes to make it happen. You know what I mean? That's really the position I'm in. That's why I educated myself, because that's one thing they can't take from me. They can't take the degree from me. They can't take. I went through the apprenticeship for the operating engineer, so I'm a construction equipment operator, which is. That's equivalent, that's equivalent of having a bachelor's degree as well, because that was over 6,000, almost 7,000 hours I had to put in. And then, then also, everything else I know, I'm able to teach these youngsters what I know, and I'm willing, because actually we need more people in the trade, man. They're lacking like me. I'm trying to get with the unions and also these construction companies, because what they're lacking is trained people. They're lacking trained employed people, but what they're not looking at is us African Americans. They're not promoting to us African Americans. They're not going to the neighborhoods where we're at, promoting these construction jobs, these $100,000 a year jobs. You know what I mean? And these, you got a lot of people been living good lives off these jobs. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, I got a 30-year-old partner that has a home. He's young, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at all the little cats I know, like, man, that could be my partner. I'm in the neighborhood by myself, you know what I mean? Like, ain't no people around here in my neighborhood as well, very few blacks. So I'm trying to get more people, where I'm at, you know what I mean? So I feel if I could get in this position to bring people to where I'm at, and that's how I get, of course, I'm just looking for security for myself as well, where I don't have to keep on working 9 months out the year and, then I got to sit down on my butt for a few months because none of these companies has actually brought me in. You know what I mean? Like 10 years in, and I haven't found a home in the company yet. So I had to make my own home. Like I tell my daughters, be the model that you want to see. Ain't no role models around when you be that role model that you want to see. So therefore, my security comes in me. You know what I mean? So now I ain't got to worry about getting off no job because I am the job. You know what I mean? And then I'll be able to tutelage other people on how, when they come in and work for me, how to sustain through them times when it ain't no job. Because I understand, with the whole system and how it goes, but I would prefer to go back to one company. You know what I mean? Instead of having to fish another job, even though the unions kept me working. Nothing's wrong with the unions, man. I'm all in for the union. I'm pro-union, but they can do a little better as well, with their recruitment, because they got a small window for minorities, and I'm wondering why that window ain't wide. It's like small for us and wide for the others. Why it just can't be wide open? You know what I mean? So pretty much that's where I'm at with it, man. Just trying to promote the trades and and build this company, so I can get people to work.
Well, AC, I really, really commend you. I've been waiting to just say something, because the heavy equipment operators, Local 3 over there on Broadway, is uniquely designed. I've been to the job sites. I've been to the annual events that they have in Vallejo.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I look around at that event and I was rather uncomfortable, because I may have been there's a small percentage of Black people in there.
Yes.
And the way that the other folks interact, I could only imagine at the job sites how that went. There's a lot of Hispanics and they're speaking their language, and you're the only Black person there, and you can't jump in the conversation. You don't know what the conversation is about. So I applaud you for stepping out on faith and starting your own business for our kind, because we do need to get our brothers and sisters working. They need to work for earnest money, and money that's good money. They don't have to go to different channels and come through the judicial system to earn good money. So I mean, I totally applaud you in the construction area, because there's not that many of us.
No.
And there's slim pickings when it comes to us in that trade. Yes. And we're tight, we're smart, we have it together, because as you stated, it's equivalent to a bachelor's, because you have to go through all that paving, all that mathematics, the algebraic equations, you have to go through the formulas, the engineering. It's a ton of head work that you put into this. So I applaud you.
Yes. Thank you. And that's the main thing about, just this industry. I didn't have to, because they'll play you out your bag if you allow them to, you know what I mean? Because like I said, everybody want to work for people that look like them. It makes them more comfortable. You know what I mean? Of course, you get myself on there, dark skin. I'm unapologetically Black. You know what I mean? And I'm the right person because I come straight from the hood. You know what I mean? I watched my hood become what it was. You know what I mean? I watched us come from a middle class neighborhood on Harbor Road to it becoming crack infested when they dropped drugs on us. And for somehow these people don't acknowledge that. They act like it was all our fault and we just ended up here. You know what I mean? They don't give us no type of credit for the things we've been through. They just expect us to do like we've been doing, thug it out, right? You know what I mean? Or go back to where we come from. They don't want us over there on their side, you know what I mean? But actually, this is the side we need to be on. You know what I mean? Everybody can't stay in that. They're kicking us out the neighborhoods. The neighborhoods is no more. Them blocks is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? And then the same people, like I tell these contractors, we don't help them now. All this stuff gonna end up on their doorsteps. Same way in my neighborhood. Okay, we can, I cannot get people up here. These youngsters gonna be up here anyway, robbing some of these houses and everything. You know what I mean? So, either we do something now proactively, or it's gonna flow downhill. And that's just how I feel, because I'm still in tune and I'm still in lockstep with my brothers. So so I can actually speak on both sides of the conversation. You know what I mean? And I actually do speak on both sides of the conversation to the people that's up here that actually make the calls. So once I do get in that position, I'm able to get my voice out there more to these people. And once I get in position, man, they gonna hear it. They gonna hear it. And they gonna hear what they need to hear, because like you were saying, brother, they talking all this diversity and inclusion, and this is what I'm doing. I'm holding them their word. But the most of the time with us, they feel, we don't be ready. They feel we don't be ready. You know what I mean? We don't want to work, or, we got to, we always got to fix one thing before we get to something else. Okay, your contract, well, your credit looking? Your credit bad? Okay, so now you got to fix your credit first. Or how it is, you got a felony. They done set all these traps for us to where as though we can get here and be ready, but they're going to pick one thing to identify us as niggers and niggettes. You know what I mean? And that's done with purpose. They done that on purpose, to keep us where we at and in our place.
But I have to say this, and this is why it's great that you're here, because see, your testimony is powerful.
Right.
Your vulnerability, King, is what we need. And the other thing is what you started off with. We need some spiritual support.
Right.
We need some consistency.
Right.
And it
Right.
starts with leadership. And
Yes.
this is what you're doing, because again, I keep telling the brothers in the community, Black men are powerful, but we have to believe we are powerful.
Right.
When we come to the table, our voices,
Right.
our presence
Right.
makes change.
Right.
I can't just do it by myself. I'm in these spaces. I'm in these places
Yes.
advocating all day.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
hear you when you say unapologetically Black. I'm tired of saying that. I just
Yeah.
take my equity.
Right.
Take me how I am.
Right.
If you don't like me, don't invite me to the party. That's what I
Come
tell
on.
them.
Come on now.
All right. I'm in there with the city officials. I'm in
Yeah.
there with the city department. And I just start talking up. And sometimes I have to tell the queens in the room, Queens, be quiet. Y'all talk
Right.
all the time.
Right.
Let the king say something.
Yes.
You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because again, when they see the power of the kings in the room with the queens, the tone changes.
Yes. Yes.
And we just have to acknowledge that, because I've been
Right.
in some meetings, and when I get 6 or 7, 8 brothers coming there, them folks is like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not playing.
Yeah.
But again, we need all of us working together in solidarity. We need
Right.
all of us advocating.
Right.
And you're right. You're hitting on something that I'm very, very knowledgeable. And I'm working when I'm talking about the planning department, when we talk about the contracts for these cities and counties.
Right. Right.
They, like you said, they always put in traps into place.
Yes.
They give minority contract to a lot of these white owners. They put their wives as the owner of the company, and
Yes.
they bump out all the Black folks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep coming to these city meetings and say, y'all are not giving equity to Black folks.
No. No.
Until you put stipulations in your contract that says Black contractors
Yeah.
get 25 to 35% of these
Yeah.
city contracts.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want to hear about minority. Everybody falls under minority, but you know who gets left out? Black
Yeah.
folks.
Always. Always.
And that's
you know?
why when I go to these meetings all across where I'm at, I'm all over the Bay Area in these city meetings. I tell them, I'm tired of coming to the meetings, hearing y'all talk about Black folks is here. We know
Right.
where we at.
Right.
What are you doing to elevate us?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we got to take our equity. I want to
Yeah.
see change. They
Yeah.
keep saying we want to help. We want to help change the policy.
Right.
Make these city contracts say 35% of this contract goes to a Black contractor. If you really want to see equity for Black folks,
Yeah. Yeah. If you really
go
want
to
to see
these
it.
general contractors and tell them they have to hire 35% Black people.
Right.
Don't
And
give
ta-
us
and ta- and take
small
our hand, though.
minority and things of that nature.
Right.
If you really want to see Black folks thrive, put it in a legislative process.
Right.
Put it in the city language.
Right.
That's what we need. That's
Right.
equity. Let's fight together for that.
Yes.
Then we got some things that we can work and change. It's
Right.
going to take us all. It's going to
Right.
take all of the contractors that are Black, sole
Right.
proprietors, to come together and say, hey, enough's enough.
Right.
When
Right.
are you going to delegate and advocate and make sure Black
Mhm.
folks is at the forefront of the process?
Right.
That's what we got to do. It takes work, but
Yes.
definitely, just happy that you're here, King,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, you are elevating somewhere. Your contract is coming. See, you ain't even gotta say I ain't got
Yeah.
my first contract no more, because you
Yeah.
talking past
Yeah.
tense.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
talking
You know, it's
future.
coming. I know it is.
See what's been going on around here with this Black movement in
Yeah.
the Bay Area.
Yeah.
We're dreaming forward. See,
Right.
we don't talk about
Right.
the past.
Right.
We're taking our equity.
Right.
Yeah, in
Oh, yeah.
2023, I keep
Yeah.
telling people we're going to see the future in 2023.
Yeah.
Because we got some amazing leaders
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
fighting for Black people across this country, and
Right.
we will move forward. So your
Mhm.
contract is coming.
Right.
God is just
Right.
making sure you're ready to handle it.
Yes.
You
Oh,
get
yeah.
prepared
Yeah.
like a blueprint. You got to
Right.
have all the foundation laid out. You got to have a
Mhm.
plan. You
Right.
get it all together. Then when it's time to build, that
Yeah.
contract is coming your way, kid.
Right.
Don't worry,
That's-
it's coming.
Hey, that's why I'm done with the anxiety. I'm just all about the process right now. Like, because I'm working 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? So, everything is already in front of me, so yeah, we gonna get there, in a minute, we'll be there already. I'll be going, you catch me this time next year, I have more to say, you know what I mean? Because I'm putting in the work. I have the faith, God has already blessed my hands, for the work. And, and I got the faith. So, mainly it's just, like you were saying with the contractors out there, I've been to a lot of, I spent all last year and this year going to a lot of contractors events, prime events and talking to other Black contractors. And that's one thing I do see as well. Everybody doing their own thing. And my whole thing is, for me, in the position I'm in, I'll be able to get these contracts and pass them out to these contractors. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm trying to build my own syndicate in a sense where I don't have to, because we can get these contracts. We don't have to be begging these people for contracts. You know what I mean? Like, I have the license, I have the certification, I have the whatever they need to get a whole full. I don't care whatever license out there. If you look and they got a general, they got $274 million contracts I'm looking at. And all I need is the capacity, and I can actually bid and get them. So if I had the syndicate behind me, you know what I mean? A black contractor syndicate, you know what I mean? Like, because we got all these brothers with all these different licenses, C21, C12, cement contractors, construction cleaning contract, electrical contractors, you know what I mean? I need all that for one contract. So if I had, we got truckers, we got everything we need to take a whole contract ourselves instead of sitting back and complaining about, these sites being filled with others. You know what I mean? Why don't we combine and get our own contracts and just make them our own? Like I say, we can get them and pass them out to ourselves instead of, allowing them to administrate these contracts to us. And that's just a position I'm trying to get in because it's more, more a position of strength, man, than besides me sitting back waiting for scraps. I ain't came this far to wait for no scraps, brother.
Listen, brother, God has chose you. You are the chosen one. Man,
hey.
Lead by example. Man. Galvanize the brothers. That's all you got to do. Galvanize the brothers. We talk about solidarity all the time here.
Yes.
That's sticking together 365 days a year on all issues. And we will rise.
Yes.
We will rise. Yes. Just keep pushing, King.
And this is the time right now.
Yeah, this is
the time. I think we got a window of like 3 to 5 years, and they gonna take back. They gonna, they put their hands out. They gonna take it back. You know what I mean? Like, right now they talking this diversity and inclusion shit, George Floyd, and they making all the money in construction, and they don't have really nobody to take over because all their kids don't want to work in construction. They so rich. You know what I mean? They have nobody to take their places. You know what I mean? Most of the people at the top, the estimators and the people that's contract administrators, man, they all in their 60s and 70s. You know what I mean? And they don't have nobody that's coming up. Like, they look into the college systems and they still ain't got nobody looking at construction. We are the hidden gems, man. Us black people are the hidden gems. Man, and this is what I'm trying to tell these companies. That's what I'm pushing.
Let's go get the young people. Let's inspire them. Let's let them know. We got to uncover what they don't know. And that's what God got you doing. He's sending you on a mission. You don't even know what you're about to walk into. It's something great.
Right.
Again, it's just about doing the work because we already know these people who talk about inclusion, diversity. It's a performance.
Yes.
And I tell people, I don't like the performative stuff.
Yes.
Okay, I don't like when y'all, we're about this. He hired a few black folks to shut people up. It's a performative thing.
Right.
And we know all performances come to an end.
Right.
Black folks, get ready. We got to be ready so when the performance ends, we can still step and stand, King.
Right.
Step and stand.
Right.
I keep telling my people, we got to step and stand. Yes. We can't bend and break. Step and stand.
Right.
Chin up. Keep marching forward.
Right.
Through the obstacles.
Right.
Through the loopholes. Through the derailments, we still got to step and stand. All of the kings out there, step and stand. Let's go, kings.
Right, right. I mean, together. That's the only way we gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, we got to believe in ourselves first. You know what I mean? And what we can do, the power of us. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I can do, and I also know what we can do. You know what I mean? So we got to believe in the power of us, and it's gonna take us, brother. You know what I mean? Believing in us. You know what I mean?
Of course, it's gonna take the women. You already know. I told you the other day. I'm walking on the side of you. You here tonight? I told you. Whatever you need,
right?
I'm gonna step on the side of you, brother. Because at the end of the day, changing the narrative start with trust.
Yes.
Changing the narrative start with working with each other.
Yes.
Showing up for each other. Yes. We can't worry about who's doing more, who's doing less. Everybody got a role in this. I just told the young people at my bowling event. Uncle Stay said all of the time. Everybody has a role in this progress of black people.
Right.
Find your role.
Right.
That's how we approach the young people. Find your part.
Right.
Maybe you good at technology. Maybe you a cook. Maybe you a singer. But we all can't be clothing designers. We all can't be rappers.
We all can't be rappers.
We got to work together.
Come on, man.
So it's just going to take work, man. But I'm walking on the side of you, brother.
Yes.
Whatever I can do, you know I'm here.
Yes, right.
The bishop is here. I will be here through this with you.
Yes. And that's why I love the trade so much, because there's so many different ways these youngsters can go. You know what I mean? Because I never knew about heavy equipment operations. I mean, construction wasn't in our, like when we, well, I just wasn't in the construction. Construction wasn't in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? You know, everything else was. You know, like I said, we started the rap thing. You know what I mean? Well, you know, as far as, you know, we were pioneers there, but that was all that was there. You know what I mean? Yeah, drugs was there. You know what I mean? You know, like I was telling dude, man, I was looking at Lil Rob growing up. I wanted to ride through in a Porsche. You know what I mean? Drop off a couple of those. I mean, you know, you just only know what you see. So these youngsters, what they seeing now is what they doing. So, you know, I'm trying to get back through the hood and some of these scrapers and some of them big equipment. You know what I mean? Along with some of that stuff that they like, so I can show them how to get to that stuff they like through these, you know, through these various trades. They can have all that. Hellcats, you know what I mean? Track Hawks. They can get all that through these trades, man. These trades will get you anything you want. Rolls Royce, you know what I mean? You know, but first you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So,
and definitely,
you know,
I want to work with you on that because I'm working with a bunch of tech folks right now, some other organizations. I'm trying to put together a car club for these young people so that they can see it's just not rappers who drive Lamborghinis and all that, because they got to see it.
Right.
You got to understand what's taking the attention of our young people, social media. So if all you see is rapper and basketball players driving nice cars, you think that's the only way you could get it. So I'm working right now with a bunch of different professional folks all across the professions: accounting, banking, technology, IT security, programming, education. Bring your cars out. Let's go to the hood with the kids and show them and tell them what you do for a living so that they know you can't drive this car and be an accountant. You can't drive this car and be an IT person. You can't drive this car and be a teacher. You can drive this car and be a pharmacist if you want it.
Right.
You could be a plumber, electrician, a roofer. You could be a sheetrock hanger and still live a good life if you want it.
Yeah.
But we have to show them.
That's actually the better life.
They got to see it.
Right. Amen to that, man. You know what I mean? Good. Hey, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, that's the mission right there. You know what I mean? To do more of that. You know, that outreach to them youngsters, man. And that's that. You know, that's where I'm at with it. You know, so trying to do the outreach, trying to put in the work. You know, and trying to get myself prepared, man, to get back out there, you know, in the field, in the trenches, you know what I mean? Because, you know, that's my plan, man. I plan on going back and putting it all into there, you know, and that's my goal. You know what I mean? You know, I know they changing these systems to where they turned the affirmative action into just a disadvantaged business. But my goal is still to hire more African Americans on my team. I want to change the aesthetics of the site. So, you know, but of course we got to be trained first. You know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of people ain't really giving us the chance due to the traumas that we all dealing with. They think we don't want to work. They think we ain't want to show up. You know, they ain't really giving us a chance. You know what I mean? So as soon as we get on the site, they already, you know, looking down on us. You know what I mean? You know, and like I said, you know, I had to make it myself through all that stuff, you know, knowing how they looking at me, and I got to look back. You know what I mean? You know, I'm here. You know, I don't really care about what you think about me. I'm here. You know what I mean? And I ain't going nowhere either. You know,
that's why you there. So when the next young brother comes in the trade, you lift him up.
You know, they ain't giving me no assignment. I'm sitting around trying to figure out what to do. You know what I mean? But of course, I know that you ain't gonna make me look stupid. I'm gonna grab a broom or something. Every time you see me, I'm walking one way or the other. You know what I mean? Knowing I'm supposed to be on some equipment, I'm supposed to be getting trained. But you know, like I said, mainly it's just, you know, they tolerating. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to educate us. You know what I mean? So we got to do that for ourselves and change it for ourselves. Change the narrative.
And that is one of the negative parts of the construction trade, because there is, you know, downtime when the seasons change, weather. And it is sad because I remember going through the apprenticeship where a lot of the elders, the old time journeymen, they didn't want to train the young people because they felt if I train you, they're going to take my job.
Right.
And we got to change that. We got to change that mindset.
Right.
And help educate the young people. But we also have to put our foot on these unions and these contractors and these employers to make sure that they are protecting the people and their jobs, because you don't want to get into that costing. But again, as Black males in this construction industry, I always talk to a lot of the folks that's doing it. How do we uplift our young folks and we bring that education to our community? I've been talking to Primo. Me and Primo been talking. I'm like, Primo, we got to put a school together to teach Black students, to give them the entry level at least. We ain't got to teach them the whole trade, but get them ready for the test, get them ready in there, because we, like you said, we don't have it. Some of these folks that come in this trade, they third generation.
Right.
Okay. It's like when my granddaughter, I do heating and air conditioning. I put a water heater here. I got my granddaughter right there next to me.
Right.
Here's the pipe wrench.
Right.
Here's the Teflon tape.
Right.
Here's it. So she
Right.
getting that. She getting that early, right?
No, that's good.
Yeah. But some of the other cats, they getting it from their parents, right? But you got
Right.
somebody who never had that.
Yeah.
And then they got to compete with all of that. So we just
Yeah.
got to do a better job.
Right.
When we get the knowledge, we got to pass it down. That's why I'm always talking about this gap. We got these highly educated people in our community who don't want to work with the people down here. We got the
Right.
people down here that feel like they ain't been through what they've been through. How do we meet in the middle?
Right.
How do we bring our educated people and the people that's not so educated and bring them to the middle so that we can uplift and empower each other? That's what we have to do. We have to bring the power back.
Right. And we do that just by how you said, man. It got to be a pre-class, a precursor to, you know what I mean? And that's something me and you gonna talk about, because I got you know, I don't know if I showed you, but I got plans on that. You know what I mean? Hitting that trauma that we dealt with coming up in that neighborhood. You know, like they was asking, how do we do it? You know what I mean? Like I got a lot of steps to help these dudes get to where, you know, where we at right now, just in terms of conversing on you know, and conversing to the future, looking back, reflecting on the past. You know what I mean? Not, you know, using it as a reflection, not as a tool. You know what I mean? You know, the past was just where we come from. You know what I mean? The future is where it's at, where we going. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's stripping them down to what they know and building them back up in another way. You know what I mean? Like in the soldier way. You know, and like I said, we got to have more to offer than besides just words. You know, and
Hey,
you know,
action is everything.
we can do it. You know what I mean?
Action
you know,
is everything.
yes, sir.
Well,
Sure.
Khalees, you got any final questions before we let this king? I see the baby trying to get it. He got to get back into his daddy duty.
That's
See
my
all these
grandson,
women out here
man, my
talking about
grandson
black
right
men
here.
don't love their children. I see him with his babies, okay, y'all? But Khalees, you got any last questions for him?
Oh no, I'm just excited, AC, for you and your future. You're giving us hope, you know, in the
Yeah.
construction field. So I can't wait
Yes.
to hear more and to
Yes.
finally drive down and see the job
Yeah.
site full of black men
Right.
and black women
Right.
working at the job
Right.
sites, on the heavy
Right.
equipment, on the
Come on,
scrapers,
man.
bulldozers, water trucks,
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Because we can do it.
Yes.
I used to sit out on the machines like, man, it don't take a rocket scientist to do this. If I can do it, I know anybody can do this. I'm not that special. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can make it, but come on, man. I know 100 people more special than me that could be making this same money. Why aren't they out here? A black person can't hold this pole. I see all these Mexicans holding poles and building for them. Come on, man. I know black people can do this mess. You know what I mean? Like, serious. I sit there like, man, these people making all this money, and I got a nephew at home that needs a job right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't even hire him. You know what I mean? Then I start thinking just like about my son. What he gonna do? My son's 6, he's in 11th grade. What he gonna do when he graduates? You know what I mean? You know, I started at college for him, but he don't even want to go to college. So now I got engineering for him. You know what I mean? So God gave me this, man. So I feel good just, and not just him, man. I got a lot of other youngsters, man, under me that needs this. You know what I mean? I got a million youngsters, man, behind me that need this opportunity. And I plan on giving it to them, you know, and I'm advocating for them, you know, and I'll be there. You know, I got years. Like I said, I'm a young contractor. This is my first year. I know 70-year-old contractors right now. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of years to put in, and, you know, and I'm ready for the work, you know.
Hey,
I'm sacrificing.
I told you, Brother Matthews, you know, leadership is about demonstrating what's possible. You
Yes.
are a leader. These
Amen.
young folks that are under you, this is your time to demonstrate what is possible.
Yes.
I'm going to hold you accountable for these young
Yes.
brothers to give them the
Please.
opportunity. And I know you will.
Please do.
But again,
Please do.
it's an honor to have you here, brother. I know it's getting late. I
Right.
want you to give out the shout outs to the people that blessed you, gave you love, your family. This is your time. Give them some love, because I know the journey.
Yeah.
But look
Well,
where
you
you
know,
at now. You got to
the
thank
first when it comes to my mother, man, you know, well, first we give honor to God, you know what I mean? Always first, man. Then, you know, then of course my mother, you know what I mean? You know, just period. Because my mother, you know, got us stern, you know, my father for being the king he was, you know, because I draw from his strength on everything else. Then all the dudes that raised me on Harbor Road, you know what I mean? You know, all, you know, at Hunters Point, not even just Harbor Road, all over Hunters Point. You know, Hunters Point was one in my days, you know what I mean? So every Hunters Point OG, you know, is a part of my life, you know what I mean? Especially starting back from 80, 85 on up, you know what I mean? You know, I was out there. So all one of them dudes embraced me and took me up under their arms from you know, no matter who they is, from every side, you know what I mean? Hardest, softest, richest, tough, it don't make a difference. All of them didn't embrace me, you know what I mean? So, you know, HP is my home, you know what I mean? Then also just people from the SBA, you know, who can help me with this business, you know, the SBA, the SBDC, Pamela Howard, Gary McKenzie, my accountant, my guy, Henry Gutierrez, my operations manager who's helping me, build this business, and throw out these bids right now so we can get some work, just all the brothers out, my wife, first and foremost, for, allowing me the chance to even do all this and keeping home while I do all this, and all my kids, all my kids, all my, all my step kids, all my god kids, all my nephews, nieces, everybody, man. I love everybody, man. So, round and round in circles, man. I'm just thankful for everybody in my life and just to be here, man. And mostly I'm just thankful for you, brother, for doing what you're doing, man. I'm happy to see you here. You know what I mean? I know I ain't by myself. You know what I mean? And I just want to get on side of you like you on side of me, man, and be able to help any kind of way I can. You know what I mean? So, keep me involved and, and thank you to you as well, Ms. Colise. I appreciate you just for accepting me here right now. So I was working when y'all called. So I was, I've been working. I got to do my operation manager waiting for my call right now. We got what, 3 bids we got a bid tomorrow and 3 bids on Thursday. So I'm putting in the work that's required. You know what I mean? And, once I get these bids, I'll be able to hire. You know what I mean? That's my goal. I got resumes already in my computer. I'm, all our people's, and I plan on training because they talking that training. I'm finna make them put their money where their mouth is. They talking that apprenticeship. Everything they talking, I'm holding it to them. You know what I mean? And like you said, I'll be making sure our people's ready when they show up. You know what I mean? And I'll be accountable for them. You know what I mean? So that's my goal, man. But, thank you, brother.
Man, thank you, brother. I'm happy you here again. He acknowledged the queen, his wife. See, black sisters out there talking about where the brothers at. Here's a powerful king there blessing the people. That's all we talk about. Uplifting each other. Right. That's why I love this segment. Right. This is the segment of uplifting each other. Tonight, y'all have heard some powerful stuff. But before I let you go, before we get out of here tonight and end tonight's segment, it's been great, community. This is what we bring to the community. Big and real folk. I'm gonna bring Melody up too just before we get out of here, because this is powerful. When we talk about education, and he talked about his degree. These are 2 educators right here who's educating our community. This is beautiful. One direction, another direction, both sides of the education spectrum.
Yes,
and we
I got your information, Melody. I'll use it too.
Definitely. But I got you guys
thank
here.
You so much.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. Both of you, because this has been powerful for me, and this is what our community needs to see. When we talk about changing the narrative, uplifting change, we have to be okay with our blackness. We have to be okay with where we're going, and we still have to be resilient and resist what's out to get us. And we're going to continue to fight, and we're going to stand with each other. We might not always get it and come around at the same time, but if we continue to uplift, continue to connect. Again, community, we have to connect before we correct, okay? Connect before we correct. And we're going to be off to a great start. But, Colise, I want to give you an opportunity to give any parting words before I give the benediction, because it is getting late and we got to get out of here. But if there's anything you want to say before I give the benediction.
Yes, to the community, you are committed to your children's future. All parents, get engaged. Show up to the parent and teacher conferences. If you're too lazy to do that, subscribe to the Education Station. Melanie got something out there for your children. And to Mr. AC, thank you for showing up for the construction trade on behalf of us, black and brown skin, because we do need a good, honest job for our women and men out there in construction field. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. With that being said, community, for all y'all watching, maybe this is your first time. You like, John keeps saying the bishop. Yes. My team, the community, they call me the bishop because they say all you do is preach. You need to be in the pulpit. But I'm like, no, I'm not an ordained preacher, but this is what they call me. Y'all know I will accept all of the names that the community give me because I am for the people. So my nickname is the bishop. So when y'all hear me speak, just understand I didn't choose the name. The community gave me the name. You are the bishop. So I am the bishop of the streets. And with that being said, all great bishops in the pulpit has to give a benediction before they let the people go. So with that being said, I will give tonight's benediction because that's what it's all about. So with that being said, tonight you have heard from amazing queen who's come here talking about a station a station that's appropriate to our children, to our people, something that looks like us, for us, by us. Why are you not tuning in? There's a lot of distractions on social media. There's a lot of distractions on TV. Why not tune in on an educational platform that can uplift the minds of our young people, parents in the community? Make sure you tune in. Subscribe. When we talk about supporting each other, Black businesses uplifting each other, we talk about the Black ecosystem, making sure that the money stay within our community, making sure that the education stay within our community. Tune into their channel. Make sure that your young people have something other than the negative things that are coming in through these stations, the unpositive things that are not good for their mind. Give them the right food, the information. Tune in and get the education. They're giving out some Black information. Get some Black education. They are seeing Black faces that look like them on the screen. Make sure your team, your young people, get this information. Let's continue to support and uplift each other. We know without education, we can't grow. Without education, we cannot evolve and advance as a people. Without education, we cannot build Black wealth. It starts with the basics, the fundamentals. Make sure you tune in. Don't miss out. If you missed out on the information, go back on our YouTube. Find out. Go subscribe. Black television, that's what it's all about. Subscribe. Go see what's going on. Connect your young people with the right messages. Messaging is everything. We have to make sure it's right. And then you heard Brother Matthews coming in, an OG, a real one from the community, bringing together knowledge, information to empower the community. He is exposing the wrongs, the rights, the things that are happening, uplifting the people. Education again. Learn about the construction trade. Make sure you understand there's an opportunity. There's money. There is a way you could go without being out there in the streets. It's an opportunity. Young people, community, make sure you reach out. He's building something powerful. Go reach out. Send your resume. Connect with them. Get in the construction trade. Make sure you're present at the next meeting. Make sure you are connected so that you get an opportunity. Don't just stand there and look around. Don't just stand there and wait for your blessing. Tonight, you have been blessed. Check them out. You heard the spiritual power. You heard the family dynamic. You heard the testimony. If you didn't get nothing else, understand this is real. This is from the heart. He is trying to develop and proceed into something greater to continue to build the Black ecosystem. All this is about bringing up the next generation, passing on the knowledge, passing on the Black economics. There's a lot of money that we can make together. Step in, tap in, reach out to Brother Matthews. Make sure you have the question that you need to ask so he can answer. He is leading. He is taking the step. He is standing together. Let's walk together. Let's stand together, community. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's going to take us all. Continue to stand up. Be vulnerable in this month of Black excellence. Make sure you don't forget about your ancestors who paved the way for you to be great. Today, they are stepping in the shoes of the ancestors, bringing you to the next level, bringing you to the next generation, lifting up our people. The voices of the people will be heard. What started last will be first. Make sure you in line because your time is coming. With that being said, that is my benediction from the bishop. With that being said, I'm going to end it there. Y'all, tune in this Thursday. We have a powerful sister coming on talking about feminine women. We need to hear this. I'm not going to be there, but y'all need to tune in. Ladies, how are we going to be more feminine? How are we going to be more receptive? How are we going to connect? How are we going to bring Black love back to our community? Women out there, listen. Tune in this Thursday. Listen to this queen, how she really articulates as Black women what we need to do. You're the ones that's going to save our community. Black women, you are the queens. Black women, you are the gods of this earth. Don't forget, you are the power queen. Tune in this Thursday so you can learn your part, your role, how to bring our community back together. And then Sunday, Black folks in the community, support our youth. Elders, I'm talking to you right now. Elders, support the youth. This Sunday, they're going to have a powerful conversation because our elders, y'all did it one way. Now the youth are asking, is it still effective today? Don't hate on them. Join them. Let's evolve our community. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for an amazing event. Thank you for everybody that showed up. 500 people. No fights, no drama, no arguing, all love. Big smiles. and we made everybody happy because the bishop will always bless the people. We love y'all out there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Incredible.
Hey, salute, brother. I'll be in touch with you, man.
I'll see you too, King. Y'all have a blessed evening,
Yes.
community. Do your part, okay?
Yes.
Community, before we let you go, do your part. Make sure you are part of the process,
Right.
not the problem, community. It takes us all. Make sure y'all get out there tomorrow. Y'all will see me at City Hall for our mayor's homecoming. Make sure you get out there and celebrate some of the Black history. I'll be moving around all tomorrow. I got a lot of events. Y'all will see us everywhere. Both sides of the conversation. Y'all already know. Wherever the people be, that's where we be. Off top. Love y'all. See y'all this Thursday. Have a blessed evening, everybody.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, y'all.